The iPhone 17 Air has nothing to worry about now that we've seen the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. Here's why. Even though we knew what was coming with the S25 Edge, it was still stunning to actually see the finalized device that Samsung introduced earlier this week. The phone is as tiny as promised, while yet having the type of sturdy body that implies it will hold up under regular usage. The Edge also sports the type of premium phone, features a fast refreshing 6.7-inch display, a top-performing Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU, and a 200 megapixels primary camera that make it an appealing pick for anybody looking for a new phone. The Galaxy S25 Edge also leaves the significant open door for the iPhone 17 Air to surpass it should Apple unveil an ultra-thin phone of its own this autumn, as is generally predicted. That's to take nothing away from the S25 Edge, especially as we have yet to submit our final review. Hands-on time with the Galaxy S25 Edge left my colleague John Velasco with some great initial thoughts about the phone, and we might come across additional discoveries throughout testing that truly make the Edge stand out in ways we haven't yet expected. But for everything the Galaxy S25 Edge has going for it, it hasn't truly defined what a thin phone has to offer beyond simply its slim, robust body. And it provides Apple a chance to make that point successfully with the iPhone 17 Air. Very thin, but what else? Any debate concerning the S25 Edge starts with how small it is, 5.8mm at its narrowest point, to be specific. That truly becomes clear when you get the chance to lay it up against another phone, say the 8.2mm thin S25 Ultra, to see what a difference a few millimeters make. But after you realize what an amazing job Samsung made reducing down the size of its phone with preserving the luxury features of a Galaxy S flagship, you're left to find out what else this phone has going for it that makes it distinctive. The more I analyze the Edge, the answer appears to be that it's simply another Galaxy S model. The greater problem might be the Galaxy S25 Edge's 3,900 mAh battery, the lowest power pack of any S25 variant. Samsung is guaranteeing all-day battery life, but if it's far short of the Galaxy S25, that's a worry. The Galaxy S25 Edge comes with Galaxy AI capabilities, but they're the same ones you get on all the S25 smartphones, including the less costly Galaxy S25 and S25 Plus. Certainly, such functionalities impress, notably the ability to conduct cross-app activities with Gemini. But if you're searching for AI capabilities that are particular to the S25 Edge or anything new launching with this model, it's going to be a pretty short search. What you get with the other Galaxy S25 phones in terms of AI is what you get with the Edge. Samsung could claim that's precisely the idea. The Galaxy S25 Edge is just as powerful as the rest of its flagships, with the plus of being slimmer and simpler to take about. But if you look at the concessions Samsung is making to make the Edge that small, you wouldn't be off base asking how much like a current Galaxy flagship the new model actually is. The missing telephoto camera is perhaps the most apparent absence, particularly considering that's something even the stripped-down Galaxy S24 FE has. But the greater problem might be the S25 Edge's 3,900 mAh battery, the lowest power pack of any S25 variant. Samsung is touting all-day battery life for the Edge, but if it's far short of the Galaxy S25 in testing, that's a worry. Right now, I'm struggling to get my head around the reality that the S25 Edge begins at $1,099, but has a lower battery and more restricted camera arrangement than the $799 Galaxy S25 and $999 Galaxy S25 Plus. Perhaps extra testing will help me look past that price-to-features quandary, but it's the thing blocking me from adopting the Edge right now. It's worth mentioning that the iPhone 17 Air, should it come this autumn, will certainly have to make concessions of its own. Already, dummy devices purported to show off the phone's design display only a single back camera. Even the Edge features an ultra-wide snapper. And although sources indicate Apple is aiming for battery life on par with the rest of its flagships for the Air, the phone manufacturer has the same limiting space that caused Samsung to utilize a smaller battery in its ultra-thin model. The difference is that iPhone 17 Air now has a standard to compare itself against, and that yardstick is the S25 Edge. Beat what the Edge has to offer, and the iPhone 17 Air might finish up making a lot of hay. The Galaxy S25 Edge is thin. Apple could just make the Air slimmer, which is what the rumors indicate is about to happen. Even with constraints on battery capacity, Apple may find a method to make the Air last longer on a charge than the S25 Edge does. And there's also the potential that Apple delivers the iPhone 17 Air for less than $1,000, beating the Edge on pricing. I still believe Apple has to provide more than just a regular iPhone but thinner, especially if expected iPhone 17 pricing rises drive up the cost of the Air. But Apple still has many months to figure out how to build a case for the iPhone 17 Air beyond the phone's slim form. And if it doesn't, well, we'll be having this debate again in a few months' time. Should you wait for iPhone 17 Pro Max or buy the 16 Pro Max now? Here are 10 key points to consider. Apple's iPhone 16 series, debuted in late 2024, delivered minor enhancements throughout the range, including greater battery life, upgraded cameras, and the powerful A18 CPU. However, reports around the next iPhone 17 series indicate it might make a significantly more important leap ahead. From dramatic design overhauls to new models like the ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air, Apple looks to be gearing up for one of its boldest upgrades in recent years. If you're contemplating an update in 2025, it's worth taking a deeper look at what's coming, since waiting just a few months can deliver greater value than purchasing now. Apple is planning to debut the iPhone 17 Air, a new model slated to replace the existing Plus edition. This gadget will offer a smaller and lighter design while keeping similar battery life. It's projected to arrive with a 6.6-inch display, ProMotion technology, and the A19 processor, giving a mix between performance and mobility. The iPhone 17 Pro series is believed to forego the standard square camera module in favor of a horizontal design that spans the device's back. This new layout is planned to be color-matched with the device's body, offering a more seamless aesthetic. All iPhone 17 versions are rumored to include a 24-megapixel front-facing camera with a 6-element lens. This update will greatly boost picture quality, allowing for better detail and clarity in selfies and video calls. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is believed to contain a new 48-megapixel telephoto lens, geared for use with Apple's Vision Pro headset. This upgrade will increase digital zoom capabilities and overall picture quality, especially advantageous for portrait and daily photography. After the iPhone 16 Pro debuted a 48-megapixel ultra-wide lens alongside a quicker 48-megapixel primary fusion camera, there's just one lens available to upgrade on the iPhone 17 Pro, and speculations claim the telescopic camera might receive a resolution upgrade, albeit it may come with a catch. Rumors suggest the iPhone 17 Pro to contain a 48-megapixel zoom lens, giving the phone a trio of 48 megapixels rear camera sensors across the board. However, that increase might come at the sacrifice of zoom capabilities, as a rumor suggests the new lens will offer a 3.5x optical zoom. The iPhone 16 Pro provides a 5x zoom. The front camera might be ready for an update, albeit that change will apparently happen for every iPhone 17 model. The true depth camera in this year's iPhones might employ a 24-megapixel sensor instead of the 12 megapixels one Apple's relied on for years. New camera features normally don't leak out until right before a phone's introduction. I believe that the iPhone 17 Pro versions will acquire dual video recording capabilities. That means you'll be able to shoot video from both the front and rear cameras. The capability might be especially handy for FaceTime chats, where you can record yourself with the front camera while utilize a back camera to display what you're looking at to anybody on the other end of the video call. Apple's forthcoming A19 Pro processor, developed using TSMC's newest N3P3 nanometer technology, is slated to power the iPhone 17 Pro models. This development will give increased performance and power efficiency compared to earlier generations. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is said to include 12 gigs of RAM and a novel thermal design featuring a vapor chamber and graphite layers. These upgrades attempt to give greater multitasking capabilities and address the device's thermal performance. Apple is apparently creating its own Wi-Fi chip for the iPhone 17 series. This in-house work might lead to increased cellular performance and better interoperability with Apple's ecosystem. The iPhone 17 Pro versions may offer reverse wireless charging capabilities, letting consumers to charge other gadgets like AirPods or Apple Watch straight from their iPhone. This feature has been tried internally, however, it's questionable whether it will be accessible at launch. The iPhone 17 series is likely to include a return to an aluminum alloy body construction, leading to a lighter and perhaps more durable smartphone compared to the stainless steel utilized in prior iterations. Apple is rumored to offer a new sky blue color for the iPhone 17 Pro variants. Inspired by the pure sky of spring morning, this color delivers a fresh and polished look, adding to the device's attractiveness. If you need to update your phone today and want a robust, dependable handset filled with capabilities, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is still a good option. However, if your current iPhone is still serving you well and you're thrilled by the promise of next-gen features like a redesigned design, greater cooling, improved cameras, and Vision Pro integration, then waiting for the iPhone 17 Pro Max is certainly worth it. This year's iPhone software upgrade, iOS 19, likely to come around the same time as the iPhone 17 debut. However, we'll have a clearer notion of what to anticipate from such software far before the autumn. According to iOS 19 speculations, Apple's emphasis this year will be on an interface revamp, the first in a dozen years. The obvious objective is to make software seem more identical across various Apple devices, with the iPhone, iPad, and Mac all scheduled to get similar-looking upgrades this year. You'd also anticipate Apple Intelligence to be a focus of this year's software upgrades, as Apple attempts to follow up on the debut of its AI features. A majority of the updates will be Siri upgrades that were postponed from iOS 18. However, we've heard suggestions that built-in applications in iOS 19 will be modified to better take use of Apple Intelligence. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.